So this is my storage system for the junkyard. Pure chaos. The chest wall of chaotic craziness. This is ridiculous, right? I don't know how I'm gonna find things in here. And I kind of know if I go to this crafting table, which is temporarily right here, and look to this side, to this brown chest, I got sticks. Yeah, other than that, like most of these chests are empty. Over here, we got some bulk storage, so that'll be a little easier to tell what's in, but all the rest, yeah, this is crazy. I feel like it's fitting though for a junkyard storage system. We got a little lava nub there. I don't know what to call it, but yeah, it helps deliver light into this room. Here we have the windmill from above. If you didn't realize yet, we're below my base, and in the area I cut out and prepped to have just storage. I decorated a little more than I had planned on. I was just gonna open up the room and put in the chest. The next thing I knew, this had happened. But over here is kind of like my framed area. So I'm gonna use these frame blocks a lot this season because it'll let me use things with gravity without having to worry about the gravity. So I did a little display here. We got this framing saw where I can put frames in and get any kind of frame I want. We got some frame chests and oops. Let me switch that, fix that. And then in here, we can see there's a bunch of framed stuff ready to go. Just some starter stuff and the frame tools. So yeah, if we go out here, this is like the side entrance. We can see where we are. There's the mechanical crafter and our latex farm. There's the front of the junkyard. There's the junkyard wall. Over here, we can see our wall of barrels. I got my aged beer wall, which is going to be my main wall because this is what I'm going to be drinking. So I want to keep this thing as full as possible. And then over here, we got other stuff. We got vinegar, brine, some tannin, orange dye, brown dye, olive oil, and empty. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's see over here, we've got our tool wall, and this is pretty handy actually, because of this little bit right here. If I call this down, yep, I got an elevator. I even did that already. And it's pretty cool when you're standing on it. It's like you got easy access to your tools. So when I'm working up above, I can just be like, downstairs, I need tools, and bam, they're right here. I can switch my tools and then go right back to work. Loving it. This is powered over here by these water wheels. This clutch here turns off this portion of the elevator, which allows this portion to work. And if I turn on this clutch, we've got a little poker deployer. And of course, this is on a speed controller, which is super nice. And then over here, we've got a spring coil machine. This thing is super sweet. We put rods in, and it pumps out rods into this chest. It doesn't pump out rods, it pumps out springs. So it's an easy way to make springs, and we get a good return rate on springs. Better than doing them in a manual forging manner. This is still here, but I think I'm gonna relocate at some point. It's in the way, and it doesn't work very well. But for now, I mean, it doesn't work very well because we need aluminum for this. This works great. So I've got this a little area over here to work with still, and I made this little indention here, put some water down there to push the water wheel. That hummus down there is to keep the water from freezing. All right, let's put a block there and grab these water wheels to start. Got 4 water wheels, toss them in right there. Get rid of this. And let's see, next I want to put on some clutches. We're going to put a clutch right there and one on this side so we can access both sides of this power source. We're going to need levers. Let's put a lever on there and a lever on there. And next we need to take one of our rotation speed controllers and get that attached to the system here that we're making. There we go, nice and easy, and there we go. We already got spinning, and the clutch works fine, awesome. All right, now I'm gonna I made a rolling mill, which is incredible, 1-to-1 ingot to sheets. That's incredible. And I've got a steel mechanical press. Let's put in the mechanical press first, and a basin. Let's go ahead and put these there. They're spinning, everything seems fine. Now I can put that right against it. And boom. All right, we've got our first mechanical press in Terra Firma Greg. Now, the main reason I made this is to get easy sand so I can turn it into actually this stuff, sandy loam dirt, which I can then turn into sandy loam mud bricks. But mainly I need gravel to turn into sand, because in the recipe, if we look, we can see the press. If we put sand in it, there you can put any kind of sand. This is limestone gravel, or slate gravel will also work. But as we can see, yellow gravel gives you yellow sand. So I can get any of the different sands depending on what gravel I use. Anyway, let's go ahead and toss some of this limestone gravel in and start pumping out our first free amazing sand. I can't wait. This is gonna be nice. 16 loose limestone rocks. 32. Why is it giving me limestone rocks? That's not the recipe, but we just looked at the recipe. Doesn't that show what the actual recipe is? Why is it giving me the wrong thing? I'm doing something wrong here. Wait, look at the basin contents. It's got 24 gravel, 16 rock, and then 4 gravel. Oh my God, this has got to be a bug, right? So the limestone gravel is being turned into the rock instead of the sand. And then when it gets enough rock, it then turns it back into gravel. That doesn't seem right, guys? Well, that's a little frustrating. I made this thing just for the sand, but it is really useful. Oh, we can probably turn it up some too. Might as well use this speed controller, huh? Can't go to 29? How much does this thing use? Oh, thought I was going 24. I thought I was going way slow. What the? Why does this thing take so much? 16. That's its max. What, did I go up 1? Okay, whatever. All right, this thing definitely will need some aluminum, but honestly, that was still going pretty fast if it would work. Well, so much for that one, but we got it. Next, I want to take this. I guess we can put it right there. Let's turn that on. It's gonna break it because this thing is so expensive on the SUs. But let's see, we're spinning. Heck yeah. I need some ingots. And call down elevator. Now, wrought iron plates are always needed. Look at this pile of wrought iron. So I'll just grab some of this and let's see how it produces. Right click it in. Nope, that didn't work. How do I feed this thing? Hope it doesn't have to be on like a oh, there we go. That's working. Oh, it's got it in it. Wrought iron plate. Heck yeah. And there we go. I got a single wrought iron plate for 1 ingot. That is huge. That's the best rates possible. Now, I do need to automate this a little better, but this isn't a good spot. Maybe I just dig down. Yeah, all right. Let's try this out. I'm gonna go there. Might as well make this a double chest, and I'll need chests. Luckily, I know where chests are. Wait. Luckily, I know where chests are. Let's grab 2 ironwood chests because they look the best. And we'll put those right there. Then I believe I have a hopper on me because I had grabbed a hopper and put it on me, I swear. Yep, there we go. And right there. Did it work? Yep, that looks right. Okay. Now we're going to toss another one on. Another one on. No. Here, pick up that one. Another one on. Nope. I wonder if I can feed him from the side with a hopper. I kind of doubt it. I mean, yeah, that didn't work. But maybe with a hopper. We'll check it out. Oh, yep, it finished and it ended up in the chest. So that works. Awesome. You love to see that. All right, let's get the hopper right there. I doubt this is going to work, but if it does, amazing. All right, that's the way to go. And let's grab 2 more ironwood chests. Let's plop them right on top, and we got a great little compact system now. All right, I am going to be using this rolling mill a lot. This might just be my best little machine, at least that I have so far. I am excited to have this. This is a big win. This not so much, but who knows? Maybe they'll fix the recipe issue. And also, it does make a lot of other things. There's like hundreds of recipes this thing can do. I also do need to heat up below it somehow, so I got to figure that out. Finally starting to get some of these create machines going, and it feels great. We don't really need the speed controller here. I can save this and use this for something else. So let's go ahead and see how easy it would be, or difficult, to retrofit this a little bit. Let's put that there. I'll need a shaft. Luckily I've got some, because I thought I might need them. Let's see, let's put that there. We've got rotation. Let's turn that off for the time being. Put that up there. Yeah, now we got a nice, more compact system too. I'm liking this. This was a good move. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Yeah, I was just finishing recording and it dawned on me, there's no speed controller on this. It's going at normal steel speed. Ah, this nice little compact look is gotta go, unfortunately. Okay, starting over, new design. Okay, so if I leave it in this configuration and then attach the rolling mill is going to be up in the air, or it's going to be in a weird situation. So what I'm thinking is maybe if I attach this a gearbox first, put my other gearbox right there, give it a turn. Actually, I want that like that and that there. Now let's go here and get the gear on, cover that up. Okay, so now at least we can have it right here. It's not as nice as it was before, but it'll still work. So first off, let's go ahead and dig this. Let's get the chest in there. Let's get a hopper back attached. Put that right there. It's looking good. Is this? That's still spinning. Let's turn that off. That on. All right, we got movement. Now, since we have the space back here now, I'm thinking maybe I just put the hopper in from the back. Okay, grab some more ingots. Let's throw those in. They're still feeding in. Awesome. Okay, now let's make sure it was worth it. And let's see. Can we go up? All right, so we got a max RPM of 32 now. That's pretty nice. It should be pumping through these a lot faster. So we just got one. And we just got another. It took about 10 seconds by my count. Not too bad, which is probably twice as fast as it was going before. I do like these showing all this extra stuff, but I am causing a lot of lag with the way I'm building out here this season. Yeah. So I might as well try to clear up any bits of lag possible. So if I toss a metal casing on there, that'll help cover up some of that stuff and reduce the lag actually a little bit. All right, now we've got a finished system for our roller. Feels good, although the decoration is definitely a little lacking now. There we go. Nothing spectacular, but now at least it looks a little better. And with that, I'd say this system is done for now, and I can't wait to get to using it. I'm gonna make so many plates.